Hi y'all, old Hillbilly Joe here giving you an update on my cabin. What this update here is going to do is going to tell you how we put a hole through a cement wall. Now, the tools you see in front of you is all I used to put a hole through the cement wall. What we have here is a piece of rebar cut off and shaped into a punch. And then you got a hammer. And then a vice script. And here, what made most of the hole is a cement nail. You use a cement nail to punch a big hole through the wall. Now, I'm going to show you. Here's the hole we put in the wall. As you can see, it's nice and round. We had to draw a circle 5 inches radius. Okay? And then you had to punch a hole with the rebar punch, and most of the work was done with a cement nail. Now, before I could do that in the location that I needed to put this hole, I had to level out with a level a line where my platform for my water collection unit for my barrels are going to sit. So once we put the line, we could measure down how far we had to go down to find out where we're going to put a hole. Now, why did we put this hole in the wall? Well, instead of putting all 4 barrels on this side of the wall here, right, my son said, "Daddy, why don't we put 2 barrels on this side of the wall, and then 2 more barrels on the other side of the wall?" I said, "Hey, that's a great idea. Save space. Sunshine can warm up the water. A whole lot of good in that idea, mostly saving space, because this cabin's just a little small, but that's okay, we're working with it." And then I hit that rebar when I was chiseling through, but that'll be good. At least I know these walls have rebar in them. Now, another good thing about that rebar is when I'm going to be putting 4 PVC pipe through this thing, this hole. So I'm going to take that rebar and I'm going to zip tie the PVC pipes to the rebar so the PVC pipes don't move. Now, why are we putting PVC pipe through this hole? We got to connect the 2 outside barrels, water containers, to the inside 2 water containers, and we have to connect them together. Now, when the rain comes off the top of the roof and collects in the gutter, and then it sends gravity fed from the gutter into the barrels, you have to make sure that all 4 barrels fill up at the same time. Later on, I'll post you a video of what I'm talking about, that you have to make sure all 4 barrels fill up at the same time, and when you're using the water, right, that all 4 barrels will be used at the same time. I'll post that little science project in here later just to show you what I'm talking about. And later on, as we're progressing through this water collection process, how I'm building this, I'll explain to you in a little tiny video showing you what water will do if not installing these water collection barrels correctly. And I'll post that a little later on. But this was just a quick update, just to let y'all know what I've been up to. I haven't forgot about y'all. And just to show you again, these are the only tools that I used. Homemade punch from a rebar, your hammer, cement nail, and a vice grips. And it takes, you know, a little work, but you can do it. You can make a hole all the way straight through that cement wall. Now, you know what? I never knew how to take and make a hole in a cement wall until I got to the Philippines. Now, my in-laws that live in the Philippines, they showed me that interesting tip on taking a cement nail, concrete nail, and using it like a little tiny punch. And I just learned from some of their techniques of their construction around here in the Philippines. It was quite interesting how to learn these different types of techniques from other cultures. Now, some people probably already know these tricks of the trade because they work in construction and everything like that. But I only learned this when I got here to the Philippines, and my in-laws taught me the trick to how to make a hole in the wall, in a cement wall. It's pretty interesting and pretty cool. But old Hillbilly Joe here is gonna sign off for now. Till next time.